is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. We got a sweet battle report for you today. We are doing Death Guard versus Knights. Now, this is the Imperial Knights. Jack is bringing it over to the battle bunker. We got actually a sponsor in the video. If you guys are interested in the terrain, if you use the word Dirtbag, I believe it's all caps, I'm not sure. But if you use the word Dirtbag, you get free shipping on this terrain. It's actually pretty awesome for the Games Workshop terrain setup. If you guys just want, I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's definitely a really good price for the entire table setup. $99, free shipping, and clear plexiglass, which is really cool. So I'll just give that right out of the way. But if you guys are new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe. We are getting up to 10,000 subs, which is insane. So we're at 8,000 by the time you're watching this video. If you guys like battle reports, you like 40k, you like different armies, definitely, you know, join the Dirtbag Nation. If you guys are Patreons, I really appreciate it. Wouldn't be doing this without you guys. And if you guys want to see these videos ahead of time, patreon.com, you get them posted ahead of time, sometimes a week before. And there's specific exclusive content only Patreons can get. We do live battle reports every Monday and Tuesday, only on patreon.com. You guys get to tune in, ask questions, kind of hang out, drink some beers, and watch us play some 40k. Any Grandmasters that want specific stuff shown on the channel, make sure you message me one-on-one on Discord. If you guys are competitive, make sure you message me one-on-one so we can go over list ideas, tactics, and all the fun stuff. But everybody else, appreciate it. Let's get in the video. So we're going to go over the lists, we're going to go over the terrain, the missions, and then we're going to come back and do picture by picture the battle report. This is a 30-minute battle report, so you guys don't have to sit here for 3 freaking hours and kind of watch us just roll dice. Some people like that, some people don't have time for that, so we changed it up and did a 30-minute battle report, so you guys get to see the tactics, what we did good, what we could have done better at, and what we're going to improve in the future a lot faster than trying to guess what happens in a 3-hour time frame. So let's get into the battle report with the list first, and then we'll come back and go over the pictures. All right, today for Death Guard, we got the big old Mortarion with the new rule, ignoring everything within 6 inches of him. Lord of Virulence, Typhus, Tallyman, 1 unit of 10 Cultists, 1 unit of Death Shroud, 2 units of 3 Nurglings, 3 Plagueburst Crawlers. Dude, this camera looks sick. It's the first time recording on the Pixel 8 Pro. 2 Nurgle Rhinos, 10 Plague Marines with the Putrefier, 5 Plague Marines with Putrefier, 5 Plague Marines with Putrefier. And that is 2,000 points. All right, Jack, what do we got today?
Playing Imperial Knights, we have Canis Rex. We have a Knight Gallant with Mysterious Guardian, a Knight Lancer. I have 2 War Dogs with Melta, and 2 Helverins with Stubbers, and a Vindicator Assassin. Oops.
Looks good. Really painted, really nice.
Thank you.
All right, today we got Crucible Battle and Vital Ground. Vital Ground, you remove the one in the center. And now we're doing this with a new sponsor called Rexer's Lasers. He actually sent us a free kit for the templates. They're all plexiglass. I just have to kind of peel off the extra film there, but it'll all be white underneath. But look, he actually put the Dirtbags logo on all of the terrain features and then his on the 2 center. But this is what it looks like. It's actually really cool. So you got the Dirtbags logo right there. I'm not sure if we're going to be selling the Dirtbags logo, but you possibly could be able to buy the Dirtbags logo once we release this on the channel. So if you guys want to check them out, we're going to put the link in the description below. I'm going to give my suggestion and recommendation at the end of the video on the terrain setup. I'm going to kind of tell him what I think about it, stuff like that. All these we just put together with wood glue. It's literally 3 pieces. It's the top piece and then the 2 sides. You literally just put them together and put a little bit of glue on there, and then they're pretty sturdy. And then he has a layout for on a piece of paper. He's got the layout on all the Games Workshop terrain and how it actually goes. So this is exactly what Games Workshop looks like from above. Most other terrain at like Nova and big events have the bottom floor line of sight blocking, so that's what we're going to be doing here. So this one we're actually going to be doing bottom floor line of sighting, so you can't actually see through that. Same with this one and same with that one. These all the other ones are 2 inches in height, so they're just WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. But yeah, so we're gonna test it out for the first time, and then I'll give you guys a recommendation at the end. All right, so those were the lists. The Death Guard has been changing so much. I have been testing out the -1 to hit aura. I think it's really good in specific matchups. Having Space Marines hit on 5s is freaking hilarious. But with this one, the AP might have been better. I think the next couple matchups I'm going to be doing the AP stratagem where it minuses your armor save. So I think with all the upcoming lists, that's really the way to go. It is definitely the best one, but the -1 to hit is super funny, especially when you could stack it because it's -1 ballistic skill or weapon skill, and then when you have Nurglings nearby, it's -1 to hit in combat, and then if you do stealth or Cloud of Flies, it's -1 to hit. So it stacks quite well. But this is the setup. It's pretty standard. We have the diagonal deployment. Let me make myself smaller so you guys don't have to see me. So diagonal deployment. The center objective went away. And this is obviously, you can see the terrain's pretty sick, but the center one went away. Battleground, these two are worth 5. The one in the opponent's deployment zone is 6, and the one in your deployment zone is 2. So it's a very low scoring game unless you're just tabling your opponent. We start our Rhino up here with the 10-man. The 2 5-mans are, I believe, behind here. Morty's right, oh sorry, the 2 5-mans are right there. Morty's just up front, ready to go. You have the cultist, which can scout move 6, and then the 2 Nurglings in case we have to do any secondaries on the objectives. He's just putting everything out front. We got the big Canis Rex, who's amazing. The Melted Dude, the other Melted guy, and the 2 autocannons, which actually auto wound Morty on 2s, I believe, because he's anti-fly, which is pretty funny. And then the Vindicator right up top, and then he deep struck the big Dread and reserve the other Dread. So the big Dread, or the guy that comes in speed 14 auto tank shock, like 20 dice. It's kind of nuts. So over to the right there, you'll see the order in which we got our secondaries, and then at the end we'll go over the points. So turn 1, these are the reserves. I don't think I put anything in reserves besides the deep struck. So we deep struck Typhus, obviously, and then we deep struck 1 unit of the Death Guard people with the Lord of Virulence. I actually found my Virulence model. He was like hiding in a box that I never thought to look at. Cool, so let's get in. He got first turn. Couldn't really see anything. He did scooch up and tow because he's Titanic, so he could see through the stuff. And then he basically just wanted to shoot the cultists to try and kill as many as he can. Canis Rex killed 6 cultists, so we didn't have to do a battle shock on turn 1, so they're able to move up and do something in my turn. Up here, couldn't really scooch up and get line of sight, so he kind of stayed back a little bit. And these guys are just waiting in the back in case we move out. So I really wanted to test the ignore line of sight, ignore everything really with the buff for Death Guard. So I wanted to keep Morty near the Plagueburst Crawlers, which move 10 inches, which is freaking nuts how fast they move. All right, so that is his turn 1. Nothing crazy. He gets assassinate and bring it down turn 1. So with me hiding everywhere, it's kind of hard because all my shit is literally castled up back here, and Morty's right in the center, which you're not going to kill Morty turn 1. So that's kind of crap turn 1 secondaries, and you don't want to spend 1 CP to switch them out turn 1, because then again you might get screwed again for another secondary. So for our turn 1, we just move Morty down here to get within 6 inches of all of the Plagueburst Crawlers, so that way they can get out of line of sight shooting without suffering the penalty. We move up our Rhino. We just advance as far as we can up to this back here, so that way if I need to get out, I can just launch them 3 inches out and then move up and charge. This Rhino, I think, is the one that had the 2 units. Yeah, so I put the 2 units up here in case I just need to launch one of them out from behind the wall to get onto the objective. Instead, we just moved, I think we advanced like 16. So we moved up, moved over, and then moved over this way. I towed the objective just so he has to force himself to move up and get near me, because then I can launch out 2 units of 5 Plague Marines and pretty easily kill this little Dread, this little knight up here. Nurglings ran back, so that way hopefully I can put him in the corner to do investigate signals. And these Nurglings scooted up and charged this guy, so that way I can keep them from getting onto the objective. Nurglings are just so good for 40 points. But then moving up, charging, getting onto the objective, tying that big guy up, which he fought back and killed, I think, 1 of them. So 2 of them are still tying him up. And then the little guys moved up, got on the objective. We got aerial denial, which I couldn't get to the center, and secured no man's land. So we were able to secure for 5, because we secured this one and we secured that one. So pretty simple for that one. And then turn 2, he scores a 2 for primary because he doesn't have anybody on these 2 objectives, and he has his home field objective, so he gets 2 for primary. He then brings in Deep Strike, the big old fuck right here, who gets line of sight onto my Nurglings. I believe this Rhino, and then I rapid ingress these guys over here. I make the aura from Mortarion extend the aura range by 3. So this guy who has the extra 3-inch aura contagion, so he's going from turn 2 aura 6 plus 7, 8, 9 plus Mortarion's 10, 11, 12. So he's got a 12-inch aura around him right now. So when I deep strike him, I'm within 12 inches of this guy. So that way, when he shoots, I can stealth and get -1 to your ballistic skill. So anything that this guy shoots is now -2 if I do that combo. So that was like the little tactic. I wanted to be within 12 and then within 12, and I got on the objective right here. So that way, next turn, if they do kill my cultists, I can then still chill out on the objective and get 5 points. Nurglings are still stuck in combat. This guy scooch up. This guy moves up so that way he can either shoot and charge the Rhino. And I believe that is it. Everybody else kind of came out to play. This guy's staying back there in case I deep strike in the backfield. And he kills. He kept Assassinate. And he kept Bring It Down. So he wanted to try and kill Bring It Down. So he kept those 2 for round 2. He did get Assassinate when I brought down my Typhus up here. So Typhus was in the corner up here when he got brought down. I think I took a picture of it. Yeah. So Typhus deep struck back here. So that way I can kind of mortal the assassin. So he comes down on a 2-up. You take D6 mortals. I think it did 5 mortals to the assassin. So the assassin just died. And then he just turns around and shoots Typhus in the face. And Typhus with the 3 damage shots just gets obliterated. I didn't get any cover. So I think it's AP1. So I failed 2 saves, which then killed Typhus, which was pretty cool. So let's go back a turn. He makes his charge on the Rhino up here, takes it down to 2 wounds. So 2 wounds left on the Rhino. The guys are inside, so they're just waiting to get out. And we leave this one Nurgling on 1 wound from the assault over here. Morty did take some damage. So Morty was -2 to hit because I stealth him, and then you're within the contagion range of 12, so you're -1 weapon skill as well, or ballistic skill. So then on my turn, we get no prisoners and capture enemy outposts. So there's only Typhus in the back here, so I'm probably not going to get capture enemy outposts. I'm so fucking slow. And then we had to get no prisoners, so I need to kill anybody to get no prisoners. So I believe we killed the assassin when Typhus comes down. These guys scooch up to try and attack this tank. The cultists scooch up, so that way I wanted to charge this guy and then pile in and tag up this autocannon, but I messed up. I'll tell you in a little bit how I messed up. Everything just gets out. So the Rhino unloads all 10 guys to get out here, and then just runs over here in case I need him for a secondary next turn. And then the other Rhino falls back onto the objective, and then the 5-man gets out here, and then the other 5-man stays in the objective, or in the or did I get all 10 out? We got 5 here, 10 there. No, so I think I kept all of them. I brought 5 out, kept 5 in, so that way in case I need him next turn, I can try and hopefully steal this objective in his deployment zone. So, all right, here's the fun part. We got to test to see if we can kill 2 big ass knights in 1 turn. We got all the shots coming in. No really direct shots from the Plagueburst crawlers. We have 1, 2, and then 3. I think we had 1 shot onto this guy around this terrain feature. So shooting this big guy, we have 1 entropy cannon into him. All the other ones can't see, only the big blasts. So with all the 2 meltas, the grenades, the free grenade, the plasmas, the plague spear, all that stuff gets this guy down to like 5 wounds, and this guy is down to like 10 wounds or something. And then we get to their charge phase. So the charge, this was me rolling a 6 for the Vindicare Assassin. So I roll a 6 for the Vindicare. So the Vindicare just completely kaputs. just kidding. That wasn't the Vindicator. I didn't shoot the Vindicator yet. That dice roll right there was his roll for the AP -1 into this guy ignoring cover. So he failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saves, and just completely blows up this this dread. So I wanted to take him off his own field objective. That's what happened. So took off that guy, and then what else do we have? Yes, so we make the charge down here. He rapid ingress this big ass guy. So this big ass guy was able to move up and then charge to get into tank shock with these guys, and just murders like 3 of them with the tank shock, which is insane. Or 2 of them with the tank shock, because obviously you're gonna do 6 mortal wounds with the tank shock of 22 dice or something. And then I leave this guy on 4 wounds. After the charge, he comes back and just sweeps and kills all 5 guys over there, getting assassinated as well. And then over here, oh, dude, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the scorecard. I'm like, why is there only 2 things? He took fix. He took assassinate and bring it down. I completely apologize. So literally every single turn, he's just trying to kill my characters and bring it down. So he's trying to kill all the vehicles as well. So I apologize. That was a new mistake. That's why I'm looking at the scorecard. I'm like, wow, why is he? Okay, so you probably figured it out before I did. But he's got assassinate and bring it down. Let's get into the charges. So then this guy attacks back, and I think he kills like 4 of these guys. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7 left. He kills 3 of these guys and all 5 of these guys. Morty's just chilling behind this terrain feature. I need to move him up to get into combat. This guy dies to all the shooting from the entropy and the guys inside. And that is my turn. So my turn, I got no capture on any outpost and killed 2 no prisoners. And I got 7 for primary. So for the next turn, this is what's left in the center. There's literally no more Plague Marines. They all died. There's 5 Plague Marines left in that rhino. The Nurglings are slowly running to the corner so they can do some actions. Morty's still behind the terrain feature. We got 3 Plague Burst Crawlers left. The fucking Tallyman, which doesn't do shit. I just don't like the Tallyman. He's so bad. We have 1 guy left over here with the leader. He's in combat with both of these guys, so these guys are kind of screwed. And then Typhus got blown up by this dude right here. So next turn, this guy slowly moves up. I rolled a 1, I think, for the advance. So we just got up to there. All the Plague Burst Crawlers are starting to come out to play, so they start moving up. We get line of sight onto the big tank, big knight right here, and we take it down to shooting. Then the other guy gets out, the Canis Rex, and then we just mow him down with all of the Plague Burst Crawlers mortars. Just and kill with mortars. The Rhino runs away because he does that bring it down. So with fixed secondaries, you can somewhat control what they're trying to do. So the Rhino runs away so he doesn't get free bring it down points. He's got to keep this objective if he wants to get any type of primary. So I slowly start falling back, and then he has to basically move towards me or fight me on the objective to keep the objective going. So that big knight is basically stuck there for the rest of the game if he wants to get any type of primary. This guy backs up, and I think that is it for my turn. We get behind enemy lines for 5 this upcoming turn, and then nothing for Stormhouse objective. So on his turn, he brings up the baby knights, who actually gets a 6 on the advance. So he advances from all the way back there to all the way up here. So this guy moves forward. The other 2 guys that I had died from the fight prior. This guy advances onto my home field objective, steals my home field objective, so I'm losing out on that. He gets then like 6 for primary. Entropies move up. Morty moves up. This guy's still stuck there. So on my turn 5, we get capture the enemy outpost. Nurglings are still there. This thing's sticky. We move everything back to fight the dread or the knight that was back here. So we move all Plague Burst Crawlers towards this guy. We charge that guy with a Plague Burst Crawler. We charge him with a Mortarion. I think I do a Battle Shock with the Plague Burst Crawler and do like no damage. And the Mortarion finishes him off with his big old like damage 4 attacks. So all he's got left is this Autocannon Dread. I have 1 random cultist in the center right here still alive from turn 1. And then that is basically the board. So at the end of the game, this is what we wound up with. He gets 16 for primary. So he gets 16 for primary. He had 2275, so that was a tough primary mission for knights. Assassination, he gets 20 out of 20, so that was pretty easy when we have so many freaking characters. And then for bringing down, he was only able to get 3. So the only bringing down target he killed was one of the rhinos, which was down here. So I think he moved up, charged the rhino that was down here, and then just murdered the rhino. So he killed the one rhino. And that was that. And then he got 10 for painting. So 49 for Jack with the Imperial Knights. And for Death Guard, we only wound up with 61. We had 27 out of 50 for primary. We had 24 out of 40 for secondary points. That was such a bad game for secondary. It's just the list is so slow. Fighting over the center for no reason. Basically, he had 2 big knights in the center, and I put all 15 Plague Marines into the center, which, again, they're not really fighting on the objective. So if I would have done this differently, I probably would have just kept them in the rhino over here and just waited, because he would have to shoot, blow up the rhino, and then charge the guys inside, which would have been a lot more difficult than me just waiting and giving him all the guys. So that probably would have been the biggest difference is when I move up the rhino, or when I get all the guys out of the rhino, I probably just move the rhino down here or advance the rhino down here and just wait, and then the other rhino stays up there with all 10 guys and just wait. So that way we're literally fighting on the objectives rather than fighting in the center of the board where there is no objective. So that was probably the biggest thing I learned is fight over the objectives and don't split fire. So I split fire a lot into these 2 tanks. I think if I would have just killed one of the guys, especially the melee guy did most of the damage. If I killed just the melee guy, then he only has 1 Titanic monster in the center, which then he doesn't kill all 15 guys. He might kill 6 still, but then I still have 9 guys left. So Typhus is cool. I traded him. I mean, he's only 80 points now, which is awesome, and he has like a free D6 or D3 plus 6, D3 plus 3 mortal wound just on a 2-up. So he's really cool for 80 points, and I think him solo is not bad. I just played him too aggressively. I probably should have put him all the way in this back corner just to kind of come down and do what I was going to do, which was nuke the either the assassin or the vehicle, and then just kind of ignore this. But yeah, Morty's not bad. I think he's really good because he ignores everything now, and found out that he actually ignores armor or contempt because that is a modifier to my AP. So he ignores all that. So I can't wait to try the next Death Guard list, which there's going to be like probably 3 more Death Guard lists that we're trying on the channel. So if you guys are into Death Guard, if you're into Knights, if you're into anything of 40k, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. There's a lot of stuff coming up in 2024. And if you guys want to support the channel, head over to Patreon so you guys get these videos ahead of time. If you hit the subscribe, these videos actually pop up for you guys, so you guys can watch a lot of the tactical videos coming up. If you don't subscribe, they don't pop up. It's just randomly you see Dirtbag Nation pop up and you're like, oh, that looks cool, instead of always getting the notification saying, hey, Dirtbag Nation has a new video coming out. So, and then this is just an example of how easy it is to store this new terrain. I messaged them about putting everything first floor line of sight blocking, which they might do. I think they're going to make a new set of just the first floor line of sight blocking instead of big old square windows. But super easy terrain to put together. It's wood glue. You just kind of took me 20 minutes to put all this together. And then this is how it travels. They all just kind of go L's right into each other. You put them in a little small box, and then you can just travel with all the clear plexiglass at the same time. So that link is going to be on Discord, and I'll probably put it in my description moving forward. But again, Dirtbag is the code to get free shipping. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you liked, didn't like, how we can improve on these videos, and a lot more shit is coming out in 2024. So appreciate it, good luck, and we'll see you in another video soon. What's up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are thinking about joining the Patreon page, we're going to go over each tier and how it's going to benefit you and what you're looking for specifically to get out of 40k in 10th edition coming up. There's a lot of stuff to go over. There's a lot of tactical videos up on the channel, which is for free. There's going to be a bunch of perks that you get specifically for being a part of the Dirtbag Nation Patreon page. So first off, we have the first tier, which is $1 a month. You guys get first access to the videos over at patreon.com. You also get access to the Discord, which is specifically a private link in the Discord that only Patreon members can see. So you guys will have first access to that. Also a benefit is Patreons over the Dirtbag Nation get live streamed games on patreon.com streamed from YouTube, but there's only links specifically for the patreons.com. So not only do you get first access to these videos, you also get to see live stream games specifically only on patreon.com. The next tier is the Justicar. You guys get a shout out on every single video on YouTube. You also get to support us a little bit more. You get first dibs at voting on Discord, as well as you just kind of say, hey, I just want to be a Justicar Dirtbag and support you guys a little bit more than that $1 a month here. But you get all the same access as well as the different color over on the Discord. So the third tier is the competitive Dirtbag. This tier, you get a lot more one-on-one coaching. This is a lot of the Dirtbags over on the Dirtbag Nation. They are able to send out messages one-on-one, go over list ideas, tactics, anything you guys want to talk about. When I was getting into 40K, or really any game in general, I always wanted to message the top players in the meta and just ask them questions. This $10 a month tier gets you that opportunity to message us one-on-one on Discord, so that way we can actually coach you, give you our insights, suggestions, and that's going to get you better at the 40k 10th edition as a whole. So that tier alone, just $10 a month to have one-on-one coaching, one-on-one messages anytime throughout the month, that's going to be a perfect tier for you guys. Even if you're brand new to the game, we go over 1,000-point list, 1,500-point list, 2,000-point brand new starting list, team list, anything you guys need. That's what the competitive Dirtbag tier is for. Also, you get a little bit red number name tag on Discord, so people know that you're really serious about getting into the competitive scene. The Grandmaster Dirtbags. This is the all-in-all $25 a month tier. You get one-on-one coaching, everything we said prior to this, but you guys get to see me, Mike, any of the other Dirtbags play your specific list that you want to see tested out live on one of our battle reports. You guys get to mention, suggest videos you guys want to see coming up on patreon.com. So you guys get the above first tier benefit of everything that we do over at Dirtbag Nation. All the support mainly comes from you guys supporting us over here at Dirtbag Nation. And Grandmasters, I can't thank you enough, but for $25 a month, you get one-on-one coaching and anything you want to see live on the tabletop. So you get to see a professional play right in front of you. You guys get to kind of like see it one-on-one, and I'm actually making this specifically for you. There's also TTS events that you guys can suggest. If you guys want to do a first 1 or 2 turn run through on TTS, we can actually log in and coach you one-on-one with that. If you guys see us at any GTs, you guys get special benefits, free dice, stuff like that. Anytime you purchase a merch thing on Discord, you guys get a free limited edition Dirtbag dice sent to you with every single purchase on top of that. So there's a lot of benefits coming up with the Grandmaster Dirtbag. You guys, I can't thank you enough for supporting us. Definitely let me know which tier would be best for you if you go over to patreon.com and specifically go to a tier. And make sure you don't forget to message me up on Discord. That's where we check every single day. If you guys are really into getting into 10th edition 40K, head over to Patreon, join the competitive Dirtbag or the Grandmaster. Message me as many times as you possibly want, and I'll coach you the best I possibly can on any specific army that you guys play. Mainly our armies right now, currently, going into 2024, is going to be Chaos Space Marines, Grey Knights, Death Guard, and then we have Custodes, Sisters, and I think that's it going into the wings of 2024. But again, any other army that you guys play, we have other coaches lined up for the Dirtbags that are ready to take on that role of the competitive Dirtbag page. So guys, really appreciate it. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for joining the Dirtbag Nation if you guys are already part of us. And we'll see you in another video soon.